Yeah, it's back in the day. I'm sure railway switches in there. Yeah, just want to follow just a quick following down just before I get to the other side here where the tracks split off. There was a switch further down, so I'll try to get to that. So I'll show that part, but I'll follow down where the tram line was later, another day perhaps. Studio Brewing, I saw that from a couple of years ago. This brewery shut down. It's too bad. It has some nice local beer. Back to the railroad and the pathway, so yeah, just showing along some of the old routes here. And the tracks used to be a switch right in here. I could see it from when I was on SkyTrain, just in the inner part of the thing where they cut it off, but I could see, oh yeah, and then the switch was into here. So it's the remains of the Southern Railway that used to cross here. We wouldn't even notice that there was a track here, but there was a part where it looked like it was partial dug. So yeah, so it was one time where the tracks did cross over. Just trying to show the different line where it's about to split up from here. I think it was a switch about this point here, I think. Yeah, as you can see how a little bit further down where all the bushes, that's where it's starting to be BC Electric Railway tram that used to run off here from the spur section into this siding here, or the switch where we're in this point, about here somewhere. So trying to follow along the route here. I had this footage all before, and it got all been deleted after I had them originally on my YouTube channel. I had this on there years ago, and then it was all was devoured or deleted. And then I had a chance where it was a railway car, and well, it was after they were ripped up the rails. So that's the tram part. I will continue on some other day, but for now I'm gonna, just like I said, I'm gonna focus just on the line going back down to 22nd Street Station as far as I'm gonna go for now. Looking for the rail. What's left of it? It's just a cut rail from the roadside of the crossing, and then here too. It's all what's left. Also, I forgot to mention there was a part of the rail here too. Actually, yeah, covered up with asphalt mostly. There's another part of the rail there. Still see the track here, and another section here that they left. That's it, and the spur crossed over going down up the other way through the Burnaby South section, but I'm going further down to get to the Edmonton side and then to 22nd. So yeah, and it was from the SkyTrain view. I remember there was all switches, and it was served to the company, and there was Pennzoil in here and other stuff too as well back in the day. It's good I follow along here besides the railroad. I guess there's still what's left over. Just want to show the empty railway bed, but yeah, there were tracks laid upon where it was a switching and the siding for the company there. It was the loading ramps where they had box cars or some other thing there, and they used to load up, but now of course the bay doors, like it's all been sealed up. Back to the main line, however, not the spur section. I'm just trying to cover there, but so you can see how people left all the garbage and things in there, almost whatever. Just to show, looks like some homes made their own home. There's a bunch of chairs and stuff there, but anyway, getting onto my walk. That was a switch here. Switches over there, and then over here to the other side. There's all what's left here. Just a section of the rail that used to went right into here. Box cars, I think, that used to go in the siding here. And then when I used to ride my mountain bike, how bouncy it used to be here. Oh, it looks like they cut part of the road closed off here. It used to be fully open here. Anyways, I know though, I thought it was another company besides this one here too, but maybe not, I don't know. Walter Road used to be open here. Yeah. Just used to be a crossing here at the time. Yeah, just trying to follow along here. So it's all darn new. Back in 2022, I used to film along here, and yeah, guys were working here for so long here on the new subdivision here. Right where I'm about standing was tracks, double track switches that used to run through here. It used to be a spur, I guess, to serve Pennzoil, and then some other company further down the line. I used to cross over at side street where I just crossed from over there. Forgot the name of it now, but anyway, the railway used to serve all the way to another industries along here. Yeah, that was back in the day. Oh, kids are having fun. I'm having my fun of documenting and making a little documentary of myself here. Yeah. This was a major side street at one time where cars were busy driving up and down here. Now it's different. It turned into just a pathway, which is, I think, cool. Yeah, right in here, I think there was this company here used to have track switches. I think that one long ago that went in, but no, I can't go and follow the rest of the track. It's all covered up in bush and tree, and it's all what's left from this section. Continuing on my journey, right just where the tracks used to lay upon, but it's too thick and bush. The railway has all been covered up with the tree and bush there. There used to be tracks right along there, but during the time. Yeah, the old empty railway bed, that's all what's left here. I'm just going to take a scenic route here to follow along part of the old pathway, though what's left with the old railway bed here. Long ago, I saw on YouTube a guy filmed here in the 90s or in the mid-90s, just after the railway. It was partially abandoned. There was a company right on the corner of this street here, from Rumble and Gilly, I should say. Yeah, for sure there was a company. There was a siding in here too, where there was a boxcar too that used to serve right in here, but now it's all new homes, so there was a lot of old industry here before. It was all ripped up. Parkway, yeah, just to show where I'm standing. Gilly Avenue is coming to now, so it's the remains of the track is just this little section here. In this corner was a company long ago, besides before these townhouses were built. Used to be a spur track here where they would shove a boxcar in or two for switching, but yeah.